All right. Is it recording? Perfect. All right.
Yo.
We're getting started. Okay. So first things first. Who are you? What do you guys do? Tell me all about yourself.
Okay, so we're up at dawn. I'm Malik.
I'm Camilo. Yeah, we're like a duo based out of Miami,
Yeah,
and we just be making music and shit.
yeah.
A new song just came out on
Yeah.
Friday.
I know. I heard it. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Ah,
It was really
thanks,
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
How did the idea of forming a duo come about?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It was like we were getting near the end of high school, and you know what I'm saying, and we were like contemplating college and stuff like that. We're in school, but like at the end of the day, we were like, yo, like since we're young, like right now, like instead of like forcing ourselves, because we've seen like especially like people like my family, people in his family too, where it's like you see people that like they're doing stuff because they feel like they're obligated to do it, but it's not something that they really wanted to do, and a lot of the times like they never thought that they had the option, to try to do what they want before choosing something else. So we're like, you know what, let's just try something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both love listening to music. Like we would go like vinyl shopping. We love listening to music. So we're like, let's try to make our own.
Yeah, and we've tried to, like, the idea has came up a couple of times, and throughout the year, I think it was like 2022. Throughout the year, we were like talking about it as like a joke.
Yeah.
But then one day we were like, yo, let's actually like low key like do this shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then it started off pretty humble, where we didn't have anything. Like we even now we don't have as much as we want to.
Yeah.
But
But literally just like a laptop. and
Just
a
making it
guitar.
work.
yeah,
Just making it
we,
work. Whatever
we
you
would
got.
we would like
Yeah.
record on my like record player on a laptop, and the mic connected directly to everything.
Yeah.
And it was fun. We have still pictures back then, but I mean our setup is not like studio level, but it works.
Okay, I understand that the duo and everything. That's nice. How did Up at Dawn? What was specific about Up at Dawn that you guys chose? Though?
It was funny because coming up with the name was actually the hardest part. We
Yeah.
wanted a name that nobody had. Like it would have been easy. We had a lot of good names
Yes.
but somebody took it. Even if it was one person, they had it, and we didn't want to do that.
We literally did like a shared notes and everything, and like every single time we would search one up, we thought it was like so like niche, like so low key, and like the first one popped in my spot. And we were like, oh,
Even with like one listener, we didn't care. We wanted it to be like as original as possible.
yeah,
And then one day, I think it was like in the morning, I was like, every single name that we had was really good or like super corny.
yeah,
So we would like I would call him if I thought of a name, I'll call him, be like, yo, what about, let's just pretend tree in the grass.
I was like,
He's
hell
like,
no.
hell no. I was like, all right, never mind. So we both also had to agree on it.
Yeah, of course.
Everything that we do, we both have to agree on it. It has to be like that. But we have like that chemistry where it's like it's really easy. We like the same thing.
Yeah, you guys trust your both like your style.
yeah.
And your style decisions.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
it came in the morning.
Yeah, it's
I was
very-
like, what about Up at Dawn?
Yeah.
And we're like, we look for it, and then we're like, fuck it, this is gonna stay.
So, which song was the funnest to make and the hardest?
I would say our first song was the hardest because we didn't know shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
And when we listen back, we're like, yo, this shit is so ass. like we're just like, this
We
shit is
really
so
made
shit.
these beats like this?
Yeah. But I think that was our hardest. For me, our funnest was the most recent one, just seeing it all come together.
yeah. It really felt like everything that we were working on. I felt like like super like we were like in the zone, like we were like in the flow state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like we're in the
yeah.
flow state. We're like this is fire.
Where it just coming to you.
Yeah, so like we're literally in his room, right? And at first, I'm always like that. Like if I make a beat or something, or if he makes a beat, it's like, when you make something, you're never like confident in it. But then somebody else hears it and they're like, yo, like this is so fire. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like that at first too, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. And I came to his house like the next day, dude, and we played it back, and it got to like the chorus, and we were like, yo, I literally looked at him, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, and
I was like, yeah.
what we do is like this song came after a point in our, I would say career, but it's not really like anything crazy. But we did want to switch our sound a lot because we wanted to like kind of like phase out the indie shit. Like we didn't want to be that. So we took like a little bit of like a hiatus. It wasn't really crazy, but it was just like a little break, and we started making type beats, just practicing and honing in our skills. And we had a bunch of songs, and we were working on this one song specifically, and we've basically almost finished it, and we scrapped it. We're like, nah, this is not the direction we want.
It didn't feel like us. You know what I mean?
That is the really important part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we kept listening to it over and over and over and over again, and I was like, this shit is so ass. Like I don't want to release this. And then we kept making type beats, and he made a beat that was the song that it was like super like early parts. And I was like, yo, like no, like actually, like let's continue this. And we wrote it and we did everything. And that's the funnest song.
So, what was your guys' inspiration?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah,
I think we both know who it is. It's Daniel Caesar. Right now, it's Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar, but like I think one of like the main things that really got me into music too, or like, into making music. I swear to God, bro, I'll never forget this. December 2021. He knows the story too.
They dated everything.
That like it was. I don't remember the specific day, but I remember it was in December 2021, right? I had like just gotten back from a trip and I was like super tired. I took a nap or something, right? And you know like Blonde, right, by Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Like I never at that time, and I was hella late. I had never really like fully listened to the album. You know what I mean? I listened to like like White Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nike stuff like that. But I never really sat down and like listened to the whole thing, right? So I fell asleep like listening to it because I was like hella tired, bro. I swear to God. I woke up like from my nap, and like Sick Feet started playing. Like it's like one of the songs in the album. I swear, like I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like that show was like so, like beautiful, like, and that's why I don't care if I was glazing. I literally changed my name to Sylviatic. I was like, that song is one of like the songs of all time. Like, I literally love that song. That's like one of like I was like, how the hell did he like? How do you sit down and make this? Like you know what I mean? I was like, I want to do that. Like you know what I mean? And it was also like at a point, at least in my life, where I was like, you know what I'm saying? Again, like with finishing high school, transitioning. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? My dad wants me to do this, but do I really want to do this? You get what I mean? And that was there. I was like, yeah, I was like music is like probably like one of the only things that like hits me like, like yo, I'm like, yeah, like, I feel it.
Do you guys have a creative process? What is it? How do you guys do it? Like, is there a way about it?
I would say, okay, at first, what we would do, like, we would like sit down together and be like at the same laptop, like trying to work on the same thing. You know what I mean? Because at the time, I had like a more he had like a little bit like an older laptop, so it was like a little bit slower, and I had like just gotten like a recently new one, so we'd both work on that same one, right? But lately he got like a new one, like similar to one that I have, so we kind of switched up our process. Instead of like working together the whole time, what he'll do, like I'll pull up to his house or something, he will be like, okay, you work on your song for a little bit, and I'll work on mine, and then we come back and we reconvene.
So you guys had separate processes.
Yeah.
It would be like your own thing and then your own thing, and then, oh wow, that's really
yeah. And then basically when something comes together, when something comes together, like we do all the music at my house. And we always just reconvene there. We write there, we produce there, whatever we do is there. But every single time where it's like bare bones of a song, it's separate.
Mm-hmm.
It's separate, or sometimes at my house, but mostly it's separate. Then we come to my house, and a lot of the times it's lollygagging. We have to like really sit, talk, we make jokes, and sometimes it's a flow. We can't really just sit there. Sometimes we have to take breaks. Sometimes the day it can be wasted, where we just don't get anything done. Sometimes we get a lot of shit done, and we get out of band. And we're like, yo, this was a good ass day because we finished a lot of what we needed to finish.
I just know that for sure. Like that every time that we try to like force it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we made like those chicken nugget beats, like
The cheeseburger beats.
Like, we're like, oh no, we need to take a break.
Yeah, and sometimes like our lyricism, sometimes like we like freestyle over like a beat or whatever, and we're like singing, and then it's like the most corniest shit you've ever heard in your life. And I'm just like, sometimes like we say something, and I just look at him like, yo, we cannot.
Take a time out.
Yeah. And a lot of the times it's like that where we just we write stuff down, sleep on it. The beats, we sleep on it. Everything we gotta sleep on.
Yeah.
I think that's mainly the process, just sleeping on shit.
That's our motto.
Yeah, just sleep on it. Because then sometimes he'll call me and he'll be like, "Oh, what if we sang this part like la 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 la?" And I'm like, "Let me. It sounds good, but let me just sleep on it." And then sometimes I'll wake up and be like, "Oh, like no, actually, like it's stuck."
Yeah.
So that's basically the process. The process is sleeping on it. That's the process.
Do you guys recall how you first felt making your first song?
Yeah, like
that shit was crazy.
We couldn't believe that we made it. It was a really, really really happy day, like a super happy day.
Yeah, it was like October 11th. I remember we drove around, we out of my house and we drove to like the parking garage to take pictures
and stuff.
And we're just happy. We're like, we made this shit. We made this shit.
It was like a little surreal. It was like cause I never like really imagined myself, you know, being like the artist that I listen to, like, you know, making music. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, learning how to use like the DAWs and stuff, learning how to like, you know, implement different tracks. So like I was very like I was surprised at myself.
Yeah. Surprised process for sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and it was on GarageBand, so we didn't have like a lot of the. I mean, I'm not saying that we have everything, but like we didn't have as much as we have now, which we're really grateful. Like we really worked hard. We really, and we're continuing to do it. Like we're manifesting a bunch of shit. But I think the first day that we finished the song, that shit was crazy. I think that we were just like, honestly really proud of ourselves, and it was like a really big push forward to continue to move forward and forward and forward. And I always tell him, like, we're doing this. Like we call each other when we got motion. Like we manifest it, and I'm telling you, bro, like we're gonna continue and we're gonna continue like doing this shit. Like we love this shit. So it was just surreal. Even after every single song, it really is a surreal feeling where we're just like, damn, we made this, and we made this, and we're proud of it. Because after we released like one of the songs that we didn't really like love, I would say.
We learned,
and we were like, we're not gonna release shit to release shit. We're gonna release shit if we like it. Like, if we don't like it, we're not releasing it. So after that point, I think every single song has been just a surreal experience where we're just like, damn, we made this shit. So yeah, it was pretty just surreal, I would say.
How would you describe your music to somebody that has never heard it before?
That's always like hard shit.
Yeah.
The thing that I always say is that it's like, like I would say like it's a little bit like all like alternative, maybe like R&B. It's not alternative rock. I would say like it's more like alternative R&B.
Yeah.
Because like what I'm saying, like we try to like not like try to follow like like the basic like song structure, like we always try to switch it up. We try to use like different sounds. He really loves to find like unique different sounds. Even if we use a guitar, instead of just playing the guitar like just raw, like he'd rather like try to find like something, maybe put like a little distortion, a little effect on it. So I would definitely say it's more of like an alternative R&B.
Yeah.
If you're into like melodies, like if you're into like
key changes,
chord progressions. I love chord progressions.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The main thing is like for him, I would say like chord progressions and right now a lot of the time is also like lyricism. Like we're trying to get better with our lyrics. We don't want to be having like chopped ass, like corny ass lyrics where it's just like I ran to the boat. Like we don't want that shit. Like we want like some like actual like
some stuff that really like
resonates
with you, that sits with you.
So it can be a little bit hard, especially that now we're trying to find our sound better. We are trying to move from like a lot of the safe options, and I always tell Malik, I'm like I want to not experiment like crazy. Like we're not trying to be Bjork and shit. Like but but
that's
yeah,
the next tier.
Yeah, we're not trying to be. But I do get me and him listen to like so much music is insane, and I know he prides himself on being a music listener, and I do too. So when we listen to a bunch of shit, and sometimes I'm like, yo, like we need to like actually like listen to this and like try to take inspiration. So yeah, our inspiration is Daniel Caesar, but we listen to so much stuff where we want to like evolve our sound. So it is pretty hard to tell somebody, yo, like we are indie right now, but it's not indie. So as of late, it's been a little bit hard to tell people what our sound or what our like to describe our music. But as I feel like as we continue, it'll be easier as we continue to make music and try to like hone in our sound.
You guys went to San Francisco. Tell me about it.
San Francisco, if I could describe it, it was like a lot slower. Like it's a lot slower. More people, like take their time. A lot of nicer people.
Oh, wow,
like like you walk down the street, somebody, hey, like I like your shirt, and it's like a lot of people there. It's super easy to talk to. You know what I mean? A lot of it's very radiating, very walkable cities. Like super nice, right? And I just felt like super comfortable with it. You know what I mean? And then I think like my favorite part of the trip was that like we kind of like freestyle the trip. You know what I mean? We didn't have like an itinerary. We weren't like, okay, we're gonna do this day and do this day. We tried to plan it to like go to San Francisco like a local and not do like the tourist traps.
Yeah, it's always the funnest part.
You know what I mean? So then we literally like
caught a bunch of stuff like right on the fly.
Yeah, like right on the fly. And then one of the things we did like last minute, we were like, we wanted to go on the Golden Gate Bridge. But it was a long ass walk. Like I'm not gonna lie. So we were like, hold up, let's just like rent these bikes. We rented like these electric bikes. Dude, it was so fun. That was like literally like a life changing day. Like riding the bikes down the bridge and like looking up and like looking over the water. We need to travel. And we were saving our money and stuff like that. And I was like, I watched Beautiful Boy. And they went to Point Reyes where it's like this part where they like surf and shit. And they went to Point Reyes and I saw that shit and I called this kid and I was like, yo, we're going to San Francisco. And I was like, do you want to go to San Francisco? And me and him are like super like, how do you say it? Like spontaneous. Yeah.
We're like, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. And we bought the tickets. We did everything in the process that we had to do. We didn't just rush that shit.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah, of course.
And we weren't able to get to like the Point Reyes because the main trip was to go to Point Reyes. We weren't able to get there as much as I wanted to go, but we were able to get there as best as we could. The bus that we were supposed to go, we thought we missed it, or I thought we missed it, and I was like, "Fuck."
No, we did miss it.
We missed it by like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because they were coming back and we missed the bus. So then, oh my, that was crazy.
It was
we
crazy.
literally had to like.
We asked this guy and we're like, "Yo, like, can you like take us to town? Like, it's not even a big deal." He took us to town.
Wow, that's really
But the
nice.
bus came, like when we got inside, the bus came, and I told Malik, I was like, it'll be fast because we were trying to thrift that day, and I was like, it'll be faster if we just drive, and he's gonna take us to town. I thought he was gonna take us to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Nah, he took us like this other secluded
It
town.
was like a very secluded, low-key town. Like, you know, very population, probably, I don't know, like 500 or something. Worst case scenario, I don't know. We called the police and they take us home. I don't even know, right?
There's always a resolution.
So then we were there, right? Because the guy, he couldn't take us in the town. He had to go, right? So we're like, you know, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to force you to take us. Like, it's our fault, right? So he dropped us off there, right? And we didn't know what to do because the bus that was supposed to come, we needed to go, let's say we needed to go east. The last bus that needed to go east, we missed it. So we thought the bus that was coming, we thought that was the bus we needed, but it was going to the west.
So it was going
So
opposite.
it was going the opposite way of San Francisco. So we're like, yeah, GG, we're cooked. Right?
GG.
And then we saw this lady, and Camila was like, I'm gonna ask her. She looked like super nice, super approachable. But you know, especially as like, you know, two men, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
at like
woman
7
that know,
p.m.
You know, you don't want to, you know, we had to approach, like, you know, the correct way. So Camila just went, he asked her. And the thing is that she was an author.
Wow.
Yeah, she was an author, so she lived
Nina
there.
LaCour.
Nina, like, shout out to Nina.
Shout out to Nina.
real.
Shout out to Nina.
And,
Go buy her books.
Yeah, buy all her books, like, actually.
Shout out to Nina, actually. Right? So we asked her, but she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, she was like, I would. But she had a deadline to meet that day. She needed to write. So we're like, okay, we get it. And then funny enough, right, her wife and her daughter were there, like, in the park. Like, we were walking by in the park, and then we were like by like this ice cream shop or something.
She pulled up with the ice cream,
And
like
she
all
pulled up-
slick and shit.
We got scared because
Cool as fuck.
yeah, we thought she was like a Karen. We thought like she was gonna like get mad at us or something, but she was super
Sorry.
kind. She
What's
was
her
like,
name, sorry?
No, it was Kristen.
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 Soren's the tattoo artist.
Yeah, I tattooed her. She approached us with the ice cream in her hand, and she was like, "Oh, do you guys like need a ride?" And we're like, thank you, thank you.
And it was with her dog. It was with like her daughter.
And then she was like, yeah, because like my daughter saw you guys, and she was like, oh, you guys look cool. So she was like, you know, I felt comfortable approaching you guys and asking you guys. So we're like, yeah, like, you know, we missed the bus. You know, it was embarrassing. You know, we missed the bus. She was like, yeah, we're going. She was like, funny, we're going to San Francisco right now. Like, we live there, so we could take you. And we're like, oh my god, thank you so much.
So we took the what is it, the I-1 on the fucking.
Yeah, I forgot the road, but it's like
It was like the I-1 or some shit, and it
Yeah.
goes across the mountain. She stopped, let us take pictures of the mountain. She knew about cameras and stuff.
She also used film.
Oh
she
my
shot
God.
some film too.
What?
Yeah,
She gave us. Well, Malik wasn't into cameras yet,
Yeah,
but she
But
gave me an
still.
expired roll of film,
Yeah.
and that was like, I was like, this lady, that was basically solidified the trip.
yeah. I was like,
And I haven't told my mom this, but we got to the hotel, and that was just like, I was just like, like that was the best. That was where the people, because I feel like nowhere else would we have found that kind of like support. And yeah, so she really liked our music. She was super nice, we were super grateful that she was able to take a shout out again. Like,
So, how would you guys say intuition plays a role into making you guys' music? Would you say it plays a role?
I would say yes, like a little bit, yeah.
good question.
I was like, intuition does help because there are times where it's like, for example, like he'll be like thinking of a melody and it's like I already know like he may like same thing for me too, like he may have like a thing in his head, like a melody in his head, but he doesn't know how to finish it. You know what I mean? And then like I'm like, what if you like a la 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 la, like something like that? And we're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll really work, right? Also, in terms of like, you know, like lyricism and stuff like that, like I would say like, intuition really does help out a lot with that.
Yeah, a lot of the times it is on the fly as well. Like a lot of the time it just comes to us, but yeah. When I think of intuition in the question, I would say like mainly like we don't want to keep it in like a certain like way that we sing it. And I always tell them, I'm like, oh yeah, you see how like the beat doesn't like you see how it's like when I tell him, oh, you see how it's like not start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. To me, that's like, oh, like we don't want to keep like our music like safe, so we always try to like evolve our sound. So then I would say, yeah, like intuition plays a big part because it's how we can evolve like our sound in any certain way at any point.
Yeah.
So when we were doing Where Have You Gone, there was like a part where at the end I was like, can you talk about it? Like that part. That part came to like when we were just we were literally finishing up the song. And I was like fucking around. I was just singing like whatever, like lollygagging.
Yeah.
He turned. He's like, "Yo, nah, that sounds actually pretty good." I was like, well, for real? And I was like, okay, let's add it. And we
Yeah.
added it that day. We mixed it that day, and it stayed in the song.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's like that where sometimes we do get caught up in like how it's supposed to be, and then I feel like the intuition is like
How it feels like being like from us.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
So instead of just like doing it the way it's supposed to be, it's just like how it flows
Yeah.
basically, which is fire.
Last question is, okay, so this is the message Subordinary is that it's the desire that keeps the dream alive. That's the motto of Subordinary. And the question is, what is your guys' dream? What are yours guys' dream? Like a big picture.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's a good question. No other asked me that before. I would say for me personally, I would say like my biggest dream is honestly, I do want to like, honestly, I think the main thing is honestly connection. Honestly connection. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do want us to build a fan base where it's like, you know what I mean? Where like, you know what I'm saying? They know that they can trust us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That we're releasing stuff that people can like I want to make music that makes people feel how I felt when I listened to Siegfried. Where it's like, yo, like, wow. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you can really resonate with this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, not even like no corny shit, but not even about the money,
yeah.
not even about the fame. Like we don't really care about that stuff. I mean, we do want to make it, but like we don't give a fuck about like being ultra famous and shit
Yeah.
because it'll come if you are genuine. It'll come, and we've been manifesting this for like 3 years. And again, right now it's like baby steps. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the for Up at Dawn at least. It's connection, it's growth. Like we want our dream is to just connect with people and be genuine with people, and just I would say connection. Just people know us like for who we are, like, not for like some bullshit.
Like, you know when you go to a concert and you can just tell that it's like the people are there, like I want us to be like you have those fans that are like not fans, like, you know, people that support you that are like that it's like, yo, it's like I feel like I know you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've
You know what I
been
mean?
through
It's
you.
like I know you for real. Like I know you. You know what I mean? Where it's like one of like things that I sometimes daydream about is like, for example, like going to a crowd or like performing at a crowd for a crowd or something, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, you don't expect anybody to know, but then like everybody like sings a song with you. It's like, damn, like you guys
like fuck with us.
like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the moments that I feel like I'll be like, yeah, I can't believe this is real. Like actually.
Yeah. And again, it is baby steps.
Baby
Like
steps.
when, for example, like we got noticed at a show. Shout out Jaden.
Yeah.
And that in itself feels surreal. Like we're just like, oh shit, like you actually like know us and fuck with us. Like that's crazy. Like that's pretty fucking cool.
The thing that he said that resonated with us too was that he was like, you guys are like my biggest inspiration. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
nobody ever told me that shit.
Like, I was like, wow.
me, little old me.
I was like, yeah. I was like, wow. Like, I think to us, I think that's really is what it's about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really like, I don't sound like touching people, but like in the heart. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Touching people.
Connecting with
Yeah, touching people's hearts.
connecting with people.
Be
Like,
very clear.
resonating with people. I
Resonating.
think,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Because everything else will come. Money will come. Fame will come. And yeah, we're gonna do everything it takes to be genuine, to be everything. But at the end of the day, it's just about touching people's hearts and shit.
Beautiful, guys.
Yeah.
What a great way to end this off.
Yes.
With that peak.
Yeah.
All right, great. That's Up at Dawn, guys. Check out the
Peace.
video. It'll be coming out soon, whenever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay,
Thank
this is
you.
great.
That was
That's amazing.
perfect.
Yo, literally.
Sorry
Really
about-
strong.
What's up?
Sorry about the